Please take a second to subscribe, then like and share afterwards. We can really use your support. Thank you. The entirety of human history culminates in the Book of Revelation. As we have seen in our Mysteries Uncovered episode, The Apocalypse, the word revelation comes from the Greek apokalypto, meaning the removal of the veil. It is extremely important that you watch that episode before continuing here. In the 12th chapter of Revelation, the veil is removed in the form of a vision to John concerning the enemy and God's chosen people. Now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Revelation 12:1. To understand this war against God's chosen people, please watch our previous episode on the mystery people and the enemy's 6,000-year war against them. It will explain just why it is taking place. Now in Revelation 12, who is this woman? Though some have interpreted her as a representation of the church, some, more recently, stating that it is God's sign of the coming rapture, and that can very well be the second or third of a multifold prophecy. But the woman is something far more ancient than the church. She is identified by her garments. She is clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and crowned with 12 stars. However, the imagery actually first appears in the book of Genesis. Then he dreamed still another dream, and told it to his brothers, and said, "Look, I have dreamed another dream, and this time the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed to me." Genesis 37:9. The dreamer was the Hebrew patriarch Joseph. The sun represented his father Jacob, the moon his mother Rachel, and the 11 stars his 11 brothers, who, along with him, made up the 12 sons of Israel, and from whom came Israel's 12 tribes. It is among the first of symbolic representations of Israel given in the Bible. Later on, in the writings of the prophets, Israel is often symbolized as a woman. So here we have a woman clothed with the sun, the moon at her feet, and crowned with 12 stars. The woman is, first and foremost, Israel. Now we see more revealed in the vision. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his heads. Revelation 12:3. The word used to describe this monstrosity is the Greek drakon, where we get the word dragon. It is also translated as the seeing one. Sound familiar? It also indicates a serpent-like being, as in a large constricting or venomous snake. As to the identity of the dragon in this passage, the scriptures leave no doubt. The red dragon was cast out, the serpent of old, called the devil and Satan. Revelation 12:9. The dragon or serpent, the devil, is a devourer. The dragons of Greek mythology appeared in varied forms and typically possessed supernatural power, described as having fiery breath. It is no wonder that the Old Testament confirms these as real creatures as described in the books of Job, Isaiah, and Psalms. More on this in our Mysteries Uncovered episode, Ancient Legends. Yet the dragon of Revelation is unique. Its body is red, the color of fire, destruction, bloodshed, sin, fury, and war. An altered, monstrous being, like the inverted being that wars against creation and existence. Now we see that the woman is pregnant. Then, being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. Revelation 12 verse 2. The woman with child points to Israel, the calling of which was to bring forth the word, the revelation, the presence, and the knowledge of God to the world. That calling reaches its pinnacle in the nations bearing into the world the child who would bear the name of Yeshua and would be known to much of the world as Jesus. She bore a male child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up to God and his throne. Revelation 12:5. That the child will rule all nations makes it clear that he can only be the Messiah. This is another marker as to the woman's identity. Israel is his family lineage, thus the nation that would give birth to him. And now for the persecutor after the child. And the dragon stood before the woman who was about to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. 12:4. This affirms the message from our previous episode, as the enemy wars against the purposes of God and seeks to destroy them at its inception. This corresponds also to King Herod's attempt to kill him right from the beginning. And when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. Revelation 12:8. This centers on two periods of time, one at the time of Messiah's birth, and the other yet to come, at the end of the age. They are two battles in one age-old war. The Greek word used in Revelation to describe the attack on the woman is dioko, which translates to pursue or persecute. How prophetic this is, considering that this vision came ages before the innumerable persecutions, atrocities, and slaughter that would mark Jewish history, particularly in our modern era. The enemy has always known that the one who would carry the authority to cast him to the lake of fire was Jesus Christ. It is no wonder why he carried such fury toward the Messiah, to do everything that he can to destroy him at his birth. And the dragon was enraged with the woman. The word enraged is the Greek orgidzo, meaning fury, wrath, hostility, and violent passion. These are the very words used to describe a long-held, long-simmering, undying anger and vengeance. The very fury behind the slaughters from ancient enemies all the way up to the horrors of the Holocaust. Up next, the prophecy of the dragon will unlock a mystery as the enemy inverts and imitates with his very own mystery people, and mirroring their own return in a dark resurrection. Here on Secrecies Uncovered.